with Julia Roberts, who has a new movie that opens Christmas Day, Stepmom, and it's a wonderful movie that you produced as well, did you not?
I did.
Is this the first time you produced a film?
Yeah.
And did you enjoy that part of the experience?
You know, I don't think it's really in my nature to work quite that hard on a regular basis.
Right.
However, I did enjoy it, and my producing capabilities sort of stopped when we started to shoot, and I just wanted to be actor girl and not have to, left it in the capable hands of our producers and sort of just became actor.
Well, you and Susan are good friends. Was it hard to work, especially in an adversarial role? You guys sort of bitter to each other. The story is about Susan is the first wife of Julia's current boyfriend, and they have 2 children, Susan and Ed, and then she becomes sort of the stepmom. And you guys are kind of adversaries. Was that difficult, being so close?
Well, it doesn't, being that nasty, though some might disagree, doesn't really come naturally to me. You know, that really sharp-tongued...
Yeah, slice them up.
Yeah,
right.
Really cut somebody below the belt doesn't really suit me. And but I think it made it easier being friends because we're so nasty to each other, and dare I say she is particularly nasty to me, that you have that safety net of, you know that you're not going to hurt somebody's feelings, that they're not going to take it personally, and at the end of the day you'll say, oh, good night, and they'll be like, yeah, bye.
Yeah, right.
You know, because we know each other too well to fall into that trap.
Right.
So.
If she ad-libbed some stuff, then it would have been bad. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, she did, actually.
She did?
Yeah,
and by the way, you're a horrible cook. Something like that, you know? It would have been bad.
Actually, a little worse than that.
No
but yeah, and I'd say, you know, a little less brilliant with the, you know, catchy improvs you're throwing in there.
We have a scene where Ed, Susan's first husband, who's divorced now, asks you to marry him. And it's a beautiful scene, and somebody told me it was your idea.
Yes, it was my idea, but I have to give credit where credit is due. It came out of a conversation. We had this proposal scene in the script, and I just wanted it because Ed and I get to spend so little time in the movie together as a couple that I wanted to pack in all the deep love and the solid foundation that we had together into the 2 scenes that we really only have as a couple. And this being one of them, I had really high desires for it. And out of a conversation that Ed and Chris Columbus, our director, and I had one day, Ed said some things that really struck me, and so I sort of wrote an outline and gave it to Chris, and he came up with some ideas, and then Ed went off, and he, I guess, went to a wedding and came back from this wedding with sort of a dozen cocktail napkins of a scene that he'd written out based on the one thing that I said, which was about the spool of thread. So,
and that's the scene we have. Take a look, Stepmom, which opens on Christmas Day.
Even when things are hard and you feel like giving up, you have to hang on to that decision, that choice to love each other, even if it's only by thread. I let that thread break once.